Look at those cookies. I just put them in. Oh, you, Vortex. You know how you are. Silly little Vortex. You think you're so important, don't you? Don't you? It's okay, I forgive you. Sometimes the Vortex gets a little arrogant. Thinks that nobody cares about anything but the Vortex. Sometimes there are other vortexes that are more important than you. Oh my God. I'm kidding. You're the best one. You're the vortex that teaches me things. That's pretty cool. I mean, I learned a lot from my own vortex, but Wikipedia sure is impressive. You know, all liberal bias aside, I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna pretend that there's no such thing. What's Rational Wiki? What is that? They have Conservapedia as well. Yeah, they do. Well, they have Conservapedia as a rebuttal to Rational Wiki, and I suppose that Rational Wiki is a rebuttal to the truth. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but Rational Wiki, it tends to just spread a bunch of misinformation about people that give enough fuck about actual information that they don't want the wrong information to get out there, you know, like Rational Wiki. So I realized that a lot of stuff that like people don't really care about the truth, they care about their opinion. And that's on every side of every argument. You're going to see those people that don't give a fuck about the truth. And that's really stupid. And I don't really understand how you could possibly think that you're in the right if you feel that way. Like you would bypass the truth in favor of something that allows you to not have to do any thinking for a while, you know? Because, you know, Western civilization, we're all about the convenience of everything. You know, if it's not convenient, then we're victims. And that's all there is to it. So, you know, but maybe you won't be a victim if you buy this car. Or maybe you won't be a victim if you buy this hair product, or this pair of tweezers, or this vacuum cleaner, or this Hot Wheels for your child. Your child won't be a victim if you just get them Hot Wheels, or maybe one of those easy bake ovens. You know, it's so weird, like if you think about all the toys that are administered to children, and you think about how a lot of those toys really are gender specific, and how they do kind of like condition women to think of themselves in a certain way and condition men to think of themselves in a certain way. And you know, when I was a child, I played with all kinds of toys. I didn't give a fuck what it was as long as it was a toy. You know, even if it wasn't a toy, I could make it a fucking toy. You know? You know how they always say that on like a box or like directions, like this is not a toy, you know? For 3 and under, not for 3 and under, not for 2 and under, do not give this to toddlers under any circumstance. They will turn it into a toy. Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that kids do that. It's like you have to tell kids not to do that, right? What if it's the adults that are wrong, you know? What if this chord is totally a plaything? You know, that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know why people think this plugs into shit. No, fuck that. It's a plaything. See, the way that I think about stuff is interesting. I have a very unique perspective. It's like so crazy to me that people choose to talk about the same shit. There's so much stuff to talk about, and I'm trying, it's like I don't want to just talk about politics because I'm so fucking bored with that shit. But I always want to talk about it because it's important to me. So I think that you should talk about other perspectives. It's interesting, like what you're doing with sign language, though, because it can totally relate to, like, literally everything that you're talking about. Yeah? And you can always do sign language, you know, to be like, yeah, well, I did something for this joke. You know? It's like you guys, you just wrote some shit down on a note card. And you probably didn't even do that. You didn't even make the effort to go get the note cards or procure a writing utensil. Instead, you just took out your phone and typed it. I'm sure that was really hard for you to take out your phone and type something. Jesus. The chances you take, you know? But, yes, hold on one second. Holy shit. Those cookies look like little crab cakes. Look at them. Look at them. Crab cakes. That would be good to make crab cakes with weed. Look like little crab cakes. Look at that shit. It looks like a little crab cake. Oh my god. So I've been trying to think of different ways to use butter. So cookies, muffins, cinnamon rolls, Rice Krispie treats, brownies, any kind of baked goods. Well, that really narrows it down. Any kind of baked goods. Because you can add butter to a lot of stuff that doesn't really require butter. But, I mean, you can put butter on, like, so many different things. You could just eat butter straight. It really doesn't matter. If you want to get high, you want to get high, right? Just take it, eat it right out of your hand. It doesn't fucking just lick it, you know? You're like, that's gross. Why? You want to get high? You want to get high? Anyway, you want to be sophisticated about it, though. You put that shit on a muffin, right? Be sophisticated. Nothing's so sophisticated, quite like a fucking muffin. But, let's see. Shrimp. Noodles. Toast, like I mentioned. You put butter on toast. Egg McMuffin, or just a regular muffin. Just you already mentioned muffins. Okay, so what else though? I don't know. Cornbread. I was gonna make some cornbread. That would be good. I don't make cornbread anyway. Cornbread without the corn, is that weird? It has cornmeal, but not actual corn, because it's weird. Why do you want corn in a piece of bread? It's like a piece of bread for a reason. Like, I don't understand why people keep mixing all this stuff together. It's like, no. This is a recipe for disaster, literally. Like, I would consider it disaster to be corn in my fucking bread. Why the fuck? It's just a texture thing, you know? It's like, I make smoothies with spinach, and sometimes I don't mix the spinach all the way. I can't fucking suck that shit, you know? So you got like a little spinach leaf, you're sucking through a straw, or at least attempting to. Jesus. That's a little too intense for me, you know? Like, I'm not gonna go to those lengths. Like, I have a smoothie. I was gonna drink it on the way to Nashville, but I didn't go to Nashville, so I guess I'm gonna drink it on the way to work tomorrow. It's better to have a smoothie, you know, than to have nothing. And it's really hard for me to eat sometimes, especially when I have to go to work, because I'm like in a hurry because I'm always late, right? So you think I'm gonna sit down and make myself a meal? You're out of your mind. You think I'm gonna sit down and make myself a snack? You're out of your mind. You think I'm gonna sit down and do anything? You're out of your mind. I'm like on the go. That means, are you ready? It sounds cooler too. Sign language would be way cooler if you have gloves on all the time. It's got to be like a separate kind of sign language for people that are wearing gloves. Okay. Crab cakes. Anyway.
So I guess I'm gonna make those other cookies since Eddie's not coming over. And I'm gonna get super baked. You've been getting super baked. I don't know, like, I'm gonna do this. It's like you've already been doing this. I go through these phases where, like, it's very all or nothing. Smoke a bunch of weed, eat a bunch of weed, do a bunch of weed, do nothing. Take a break. You know, this is turning somebody on into the vortex, and it's weird. Yeah. Somewhere in the vortex, somebody's getting turned on unnecessarily. And it's weird to be licking something off of a gloved hand. Yeah, it is. Say I were to do porn, it would be so unconventional and weird. I know you're judging me in there. I don't give a fuck. It's so exciting. Just knowing that at some point in the night you'll be hallucinating.